Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a review of the brand new Janelle PM wig from Noriko in one of my favorite colors. I know I say that a lot, but that's because I usually pick colors I really like. This is the Almond Rocka-R. Now, Janelle is part of Noriko's Fall 2015 collection, which was comprised of all of these wigs that have the PM feature. PM stands, of course, for partial monofilament. So these have monofilament side parts, and the front is also hand-tied. Now, that is not the same as saying that these have lace fronts. So I know that that's kind of confusing, but let me just show you. This one does not have a lace front. None of the PM wigs have a lace front. But it does have a really nice monofilament side part that looks really good and is very, very, very densely threaded. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I mean there. Now, I love that this one has the dark hair in here too, because if you're going to have problems with the knotting, it's going to be most apparent on dark hair because dark knots are harder to hide. So I think those knots look perfectly fine. They look very nice and fine, little tiny little knots, noop, noop, noop knots. And I think that that looks really, really well done. In fact, I almost think that the monofilament features on this are a little bit too dense. I know that that's going to be, you know, to some of you, because some of you really, really, really like the dense monofilament, and I understand the logic there, totally, because, you know, if you have thinning hair, you don't want to look like your wig has thinning hair. I mean, I get it, but for some of us, it's a little bit like, if you have the monofilament, you want it to show up without you having to slick the hair down to showcase it. And so for me, I tend to like my monofilaments like not much thinner than this, but just a little teeny bit thinner than this, so that way I don't have to do anything to showcase that monofilament. It just shows right up. That is nitpicky as all get out though, because this wig is really pretty, and I think that this color does a really beautiful job of showcasing this. I love this Almond Rocka-R. It's got a whole bunch of really lovely flavors sort of mixed in there. Beautiful color. And then you've got this light sort of 27 auburn in there, as well as very beautiful gold blonde, maybe with little specks of honey in it. Just beautiful, beautiful color. I love it. And so let me show you what this one looks like from all sides, and then we'll talk some specs. Now you can probably tell when I turn to the side that this one looks like it's got to bump it. And that is intentional. It definitely has this bump of permatease in the back. All Noriko wigs, if they don't have permatease anywhere else in the cap, they're going to have permatease right at the crown. None of them are immune to that. If you don't want a wig with permatease in it, go to the Amore line, because Noriko wigs have that bump it built in, so that way you never have to worry about trying to tease your synthetic hair, which, you know, can actually ruin the hair. Yeah, they take care of that for you with that little bit of permatease. So let's talk some specs, shall we? Okay, so Janelle's front is 9 inches, which is long and meant to be swept off to the side. The crown down is 12 inches. And the nape is 13.7. So you can see that this one is long. It's almost a boob hugger, just almost misses it by like that much, but it is quite long. It's just not ultra long. This one also weighs 5.5 ounces, which is about right for the amount of hair you're getting and the length, and may even be a little overwhelming for some of you if you happen to have really narrow faces or really petite facial features. This may be a little bit too much hair, and it may need to be thinned out a little bit around the sides. Apart from that, I also want to say that this one fits what I consider true to average, which means that if you have a head size that is a little bit on the larger side of average, just like I do, this is going to be very tight on you, okay? A real average cap size will probably top out at around 22.5 inches. So if, you know, you're in that realm, you're probably going to be okay with this one. You just need to wear it a little while so the cap can kind of stretch out to accommodate you a little bit better. But if you're bigger in the cap region than that. You know, my circumference is 23.5 inches, and I find this wig to be pretty tight on. It's not giving me a headache or anything, but you know, it's definitely a little tighter than I personally prefer. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Janelle PM off now so I can show you what this really cool cap construction looks like. Okay, so like I said, the front and the side here, and for some reason manufacturers always put that side part on the left. I don't know why, but it's always on the left. So that's the same case here. That side part is on the left. And then there is no lace front, but there is like a little, teeny little strand of polyurethane there to make the front of it a little grippier. And then this whole area here is permateased with a generous insert of permatease right at the crown. The sides and the back are open wefted, as you can see here. We do have a very nice extended nape, which is kind of rare on these longer styles, so that's pretty nice. Helps it stay a little bit more securely at the back of the head. And then the ear tabs are also closed, and they have this lace on them. Let me go ahead and invert the cap one more time so I can show you how pretty and loose these little waves are. Very, very pretty style. And then the top of the cap, very, very convincing there. It is single monofilament, not double. So you might want to wear a wig cap with it. It can be a little scratchy. I'm going to go ahead and put Janelle back on here for you. She goes on easily enough. Just line up that polyurethane to your front hairline. Make sure that the ear tabs are in the right position. Now, this is a raw canvas. You can style her. You can wear her in updos. You can wear her in really pretty loose ponytails if you like. I mean, there are definitely possibilities with a wig of this length. I just want to show you how this one looks right out of the box, so you can kind of use your imagination to see what you would want to do with this hair if you took it home to make it your own. Oh boy, would this one ever look cute in a side ponytail? That is too cute. All right, so I really like this wig. I think it's a very pretty length. I think that the texture is also very nice. Now the hair here does kind of want to swoop into my face. As you can see, this is a, as I said, blank canvas. It will need to be trained, but if you just keep tucking this hair behind your ear for a little while, it'll just kind of stay out of your face after a while. Or you can use a little bit of water and get the front part of this wig wet at nighttime. Use bobby pins or a really loose hair clip to kind of clip it into place. And then just let that dry, and that will also help accelerate the process. And if all else fails, get some synthetic friendly styling spray, and it's end of it. It'll totally take care of that for you, at least for a few days before you have to reapply. So this has been the review of the lovely Janelle PM wig by Noriko. It's part of their fall 2015 collection in the color Almond Rocka-R, which looks lovely in short cuts, mid-length cuts, and as you can see here, long cuts. So until next time, I'm Heather from CysterWigs.com. I look forward to seeing you again. Check out my web store if you haven't. It's just CysterWigs.com. Until next time, have